Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Kelsey. I have 4 children ages 10, 7, 2, and 3 months old, and today I'm going to share with you our mid-year homeschool update. Okay, so I am so excited to be back here on YouTube, and I actually have a 3-month plan of everything that I'm going to be doing videos on. So hopefully you are subscribed. If not, please hit that subscribe button so you can be aware of every time that I put out a new video. So if you are not aware of what curriculum I have been using or started the year without or things like that, I will link that right up here and down below so you guys can check those out. I am just going to be talking about our biggest changes so far this year. And let's just jump right in. Okay, so as far as our family subjects go, our Bible, our history, our science, all of that good stuff, enrichment, we are still using Heart of Dakota as our main curriculum. We have been implementing some simple studies in, and then actually I just got a hold of a Beyond 5 in a Row manual, and it actually uses one of the same books that our Heart of Dakota Science uses. So we are going to incorporate that towards the end of the year, just kind of getting to see what we like, what we don't like. We're kind of using this as more like a unit study than what originally Heart of Dakota has been designed for, but we are actually really loving Heart of Dakota at this point. I plan on doing a full video, kind of like my final review. Would I use it again? Things I would change, all of that. But so far we are making it work for the rest of the year, and we're having a really good time with that. We've gotten in a really nice groove, and so it's going really well. So one of the biggest changes is that my 5th grader, he's a 10-year-old. If he was in public school, he would be in 5th grade. I would say he's more on par with a 4th, 5th grade level. He started Structure and Style by IEW level 1A. And he did it. I talked about my 6-week update. It was going okay. He was doing well. He enjoyed the videos. But as time progressed, he just was not loving it at all. And so we actually took a little break from it, did some kind of freebies from Teachers Pay Teachers for writing. And then we just picked back up our Bible Heroes. Now this is from IEW. This is one of their themed writings. This is actually geared toward more of a 2nd grade level. However, honestly, the 2nd grade part of it, I would say, is more of the actual readings. As far as like the outlining and all of that goes, it's really not a ton different from what I noticed between Structure and Style 1A and this. It's actually a lot easier for him to read. He's not overwhelmed by a lot of text and a lot of information. He can really break it down a lot easier. And so we are doing these we are doing a portion of this a couple of times a week, and he doesn't love it, but I'm not changing anything else with writing this year. So we're just going to finish this, and we're going to look into something else next year. I still do really like and appreciate structure or IEW writing, but he's not loving it, and he's old enough where he can kind of, he's been using IEW writing for 2 years now, and so if he wants to try something else, we're going to try something else. Also on the subject of IEW, he was using Fix-It Grammar. It was going well. However, he was having a difficult time remembering all of the concepts. You can flip back in the book, but he had a hard time doing that. I actually bought the cards, but you had to flip through those. So I actually purchased this. It is a Parts of Speech flip book. It was $3 on Teachers Pay Teachers. You could probably find a free one somewhere, but I'm just in that season of life where I don't have a lot of time to sit and look and compare prices and all of that. So I found this, and it was a nice quick fix. We spent one day, he worked on this, coloring it, filling all the little things in and stapling it. And then now when he does his Fix-It Grammar, he just pulls this out and he can look up, the biggest thing he could not remember is what a preposition was. And now there's an example here and tells the definition of it and everything. So his Fix-It Grammar, he can pull it out and do it very quickly, independently, and I kind of just look over it and check it. But he's been doing way better with it. We did take a little break from Fix-It Grammar as well, but we're back to it, and I actually was looking into something else for him next year, and he surprised me by saying, no, I really like my grammar. I want to do it again next year. So that's a little update on that. So if your child is having if your child has a difficult time remembering the concepts and they need something they can just pull out, kind of like a chart type deal, this is a really good option if your student has trouble flipping back and forth, gets a little bit distracted with things like that. So the other big change is actually something that I just changed very recently in the past 2 weeks. My 7-year-old, he is what you would consider a first grader probably. He was doing BJU Math 1. He was doing very well with that. He's about, I would say 65% done with it. But I noticed that he was doing very, very well and understanding how to do the math, as in the equations and things like that. But when it comes to actually understanding the math concepts, he wasn't really getting it. And so I made the decision I was like, okay, next year I'll probably pick something else. I was going through a couple different ones. If you'd seen my math comparison video, I had talked about how I really wanted to do kindergarten math with confidence, but I didn't. And then I wanted to do first grade math with confidence, and I didn't. And so I just bit the bullet and went ahead and purchased first grade math with confidence. And so we are working through this, doing a little bit of review. This is actually the student workbook, and he loves it. It is so much fun. It's actually not taking as long as I thought it would. I thought it was going to take a really long time. I thought that, you know, because when we used the original Good and the Beautiful Math, it had those hands-on components, it had the games and the activities, but it took forever. And so I was really worried that this would, and it has not at all. We're kind of jumping back and forth between lessons. We just had our 1 week break. We just completed 6 weeks since we started back, and he's currently he did, I think, week 3, and then we jumped back to week 2, just a little bit more review. And you know, I'm sure there's a lot of things we'll skip. I really would like to get him into Math with Confidence 2nd grade, closer to when we start our year. So we're probably going to work on this a little bit through our breaks and through our summer. He really likes it, and I'm very grateful. It doesn't take a lot of time. It is a little bit more teacher intensive than BJU was, but I would much rather have to spend a little bit more time helping him, going over the concepts, all of that, and knowing he has a solid foundation in math than be worried about how far he is ahead of the year or behind or whatever. So that is what's going on with that. I'm very excited. I plan to do a flip through for you guys so you can get a look inside, see all the materials we use, all of that. So I'm very excited about that. Let me know down below if you have ever used Math with Confidence, if you're excited about it. I'm hoping, praying that I can get my son, who will be in 5th grade math next year, into their pilot program for next year. So I think that is everything that we changed this year. The biggest thing for my younger son was his math, and the biggest thing for my oldest was his writing. So that is it for me today, guys. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, so I know I can make more content like this. Make sure if you're not subscribed, you hit that subscribe button so that you can see everything else that I'm putting out this month and in the upcoming months. Thank you guys so much. I hope you have a blessed day. Bye.